Welcome, everyone. Today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty cool, the world of Tamiya RC racing teams. But we're not just talking models here. We're exploring this whole universe Tamiya cooked up back in the 80s, complete with these really imaginative fictional racing teams. Our mission today is to kind of pull out the key bits from this unique RC history chapter and show you how Tamiya just nailed this idea of world building.
Yeah, it's genuinely remarkable, isn't it? Tamiya's mastery of that world building. I mean, you look at the iconic box art, the really detailed decal sheets, the names. They weren't just, packaging a product. They were crafting this vibrant, kinetic universe. It was like an invitation, wasn't it? An aspirational journey.
Yeah.
Made you feel part of this bigger racing story before you even plugged in a battery.
Totally. And to really get it, we should probably start near the beginning, like with one of the early ones. The Grasshopper Racing Team, May 84, I think. That was the entry-level one, right? With the white, green, red stripes, super distinct. It wasn't just a toy, it became an icon, really. A gateway for loads of people into reliable RC fun. It kind of made that whole aspirational thing accessible, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. That entry-level approach was just brilliant. Basically said, hey, come join the race.
Yeah.
And well, if the Grasshopper was the friendly hello, Tamiya quickly brought in something bolder. The Hornet Racing Team, also 84. It was sort of the Grasshopper's, its faster, more aggressive, older sibling, you remember. Striking black body, those fiery decals. Added key upgrades, the RS540 motor, which was a big power jump then for a kit car, right? Yeah. And the oil-filled rear shocks really made a difference. Famously had Anytime Baby written on it. Its legacy is huge. Even did a collab with Supreme recently.
Right, so it wasn't just one model. It was like a progression Tamiya was selling. Okay, so if the Hornet was the step up in aggression, what about models that really pushed performance, I'm thinking? The Frog Racing Team. That was 83, even before the Grasshopper.
Ah, the Frog.
That was their high-performance 2WD contender. But what made that ABS resin space frame, chassis, and suspension so groundbreaking?
Good question, because the Frog really was a game changer. That ABS resin space frame. It was a major step away from the simpler designs before it.
Yeah.
It offered this lightweight yet incredibly tough platform, fundamentally changed how buggies could handle rough stuff, jumps, gave it way better handling. Its impact was huge. It was even on TV, Punky Brewster back in the 80s. And you can still see its spirit in the modern Neofighter buggy.
Okay, so the Frog kind of defined high-performance 2WD for Tamiya then. What about 4WD? Because that obviously became massive later in RC racing.
Exactly. And that's where the Pulling 4 team slots in. This team, it represented the absolute peak of Tamiya's mid-80s off-road tech, mostly linked with the 86 Supershot, which itself was an evolution of their first 4WD buggy. These vehicles, they were just packed with high-end stuff. We're talking the RX540 SD, Technopower, motor powerful stuff, full ball bearings, smooth as anything, and 4 independent oil dampers, yellow ones. Top-tier suspension back then, even a name, the Pulling 4, just screams traction and power, right?
Yeah, it really does.
But it wasn't just about these formal teams, was it? Tamiya also made some vehicles where the identity was so strong, the car was its own team, almost. Like Vanessa's Lunchbox, so quirky, or the Blackfoot Monster Truck, real personality.
Totally. It's fascinating how they built these unique characters. Maybe the ultimate lone wolf, though, Wild Willy from 82. The whole thing was built around that driver figure and the cartoonish Jeep. Famous for popping wheelies, wasn't it? The fans loved it so much they actually made their own Wild Willy racing team groups online. Showed you how strong that connection was.
That fan passion kind of brings us up to date, doesn't it? The spirit of those old fictional teams is still alive. You see it in things like Blockhead Motors. They do official Tamiya kits, but with these cool, exclusive retro liveries and parts. Keeps the nostalgia going.
Yeah, but it's crucial we draw a line here. That modern fictional concept is different from the actual Tamiya Racing Factory. TRF. TRF came out of the super ambitious Avante project in 88. This is Tamiya's real elite competitive racing division. Seriously high-end stuff. They develop cutting-edge tech. They've won multiple IFMAN World Championships. That's like the Formula One of RC racing. And this is important what they learned from TRF racing. It feeds directly back into the standard hobby kits you can buy. So there's this cool link between the absolute top level and the everyday hobbyist.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for you listening? Tamiya's fictional teams, they were way more than just some colorful stickers, right? It was this pioneering marketing idea, selling an experience, an identity, this whole aspirational journey really shaped the hobby we know.
Absolutely. Their impact is, it's real, and it's lasted for generations. It created this deep personal bond between people and their models. It just goes to show how powerful storytelling and smart design can be, even for an RC car.
So next time you see one of those classic Tamiya buggies or trucks, just think about that invisible team behind it, pushing it across the finish line in that little world Tamiya built just for you.